Among Us has captivated millions worldwide. Its simple premise and engaging gameplay have resonated with players of all ages. The game's accessibility is a major factor in its success. The rules are easy to grasp, allowing anyone to jump in and enjoy. This universal appeal has fostered a vibrant and diverse community. At its core, Among Us taps into our primal instincts of trust and deception. We are social creatures, constantly evaluating who to trust and who to suspect. The game cleverly simulates these dynamics. It places players in a pressure cooker of suspicion, where alliances shift and accusations fly. This social deduction element is what makes Among Us so compelling. The game's family-friendly nature has also contributed to its widespread adoption. Its cartoonish graphics and relatively tame gameplay make it suitable for all ages. Parents can enjoy playing with their children, and younger players can experience the thrill of social deduction in a safe environment. This broad appeal has cemented Among Us as a modern classic, enjoyed by families and friends across the globe. Among Us is more than just a game, it's a social phenomenon. It has brought people together, sparked countless conversations, and provided hours of entertainment. Its ability to transcend age barriers is a testament to its well-designed mechanics and engaging gameplay. As we delve deeper into the world of Among Us, we'll uncover how this seemingly simple game transforms when adults take the helm. While Among Us is undeniably family-friendly, its core mechanics lend themselves to a more mature interpretation. As adults, we bring a different set of experiences and perspectives to the game. Our understanding of social dynamics, coupled with a penchant for dark humor, transforms Among Us into a thrilling and often hilarious experience. The game's inherent tension is amplified in an adult setting. We're more adept at reading social cues, deciphering body language, and detecting subtle lies. This heightened awareness leads to intense psychological battles, where manipulation and deception reign supreme. The stakes feel higher, the accusations more pointed, and the victories more satisfying. Adult players inject a dose of dark humor into the game. The life-or-death scenarios, presented in a cartoonish style, become ripe for comedic interpretation. We revel in the absurdity of accusing our friends of sabotage, all while maintaining a poker face. The game becomes a platform for witty banter, playful insults, and shared laughter. This shift toward a more mature interpretation doesn't diminish the game's core appeal. Instead, it adds a layer of complexity and sophistication that resonates with adult players. We appreciate the strategic depth, the psychological nuances, and the opportunity to engage in some good-natured, albeit slightly morbid humor. It's this adaptability that makes Among Us such a unique and enduring game. In the hands of adults, Among Us evolves into a game of intricate strategies and psychological warfare. Players leverage their life experiences to manipulate others, sow seeds of doubt, and emerge victorious. The game becomes a test of social intelligence, where cunning and deception are valued assets. Experienced players understand the power of observation. They pay close attention to voting patterns, movement anomalies, and subtle inconsistencies in alibis. This meticulous attention to detail allows them to identify imposters and sway the opinions of other crewmates. Logic and deduction become crucial tools in their arsenal. The art of persuasion takes center stage in adult games. Players craft compelling narratives, weaving together observations and suspicions into a tapestry of convincing arguments. They understand the importance of emotional appeals, using empathy and outrage to rally support for their cause. The ability to influence others becomes a key factor in determining the outcome of the game. Among Us becomes a battle of wits, where the sharpest minds and most persuasive voices prevail. It's a game that rewards strategic thinking, social intelligence, and a healthy dose of cunning. This elevated level of gameplay is what makes Among Us so engaging for adult audiences. Adult humor finds a natural home in the world of Among Us. The game's premise, centered around deception and murder, provides ample fodder for dark jokes and witty banter. Players embrace the absurdity of the situation, injecting humor into every aspect of the gameplay. The act of accusing someone of being an imposter becomes a comedic opportunity. Players employ sarcasm, exaggeration, and playful insults to make their case. They revel in the drama, turning tense accusations into moments of shared laughter. The game becomes a platform for comedic expression, where wit and timing are highly prized. Even the act of being ejected into space becomes a source of amusement. Players embrace the role of the dead crewmate, offering snarky commentary from beyond the grave. They delight in watching the remaining players unravel, their suspicions spiraling out of control. This dark humor adds a layer of levity to the game, preventing it from becoming too serious. Among Us provides a safe space for adults to indulge in their darker comedic sensibilities. The game's cartoonish style and over-the-top scenarios create a lighthearted atmosphere where jokes land effortlessly. This infusion of adult humor enhances the overall experience, making Among Us a truly enjoyable and memorable game for mature audiences. Among Us has become a popular choice for adult gatherings, often accompanied by drinking games that add an extra layer of fun and chaos. The game's social nature lends itself perfectly to these types of activities, providing a structured environment for socializing and enjoying a few drinks. Drinking rules are often integrated into the gameplay, adding an element of risk and reward. Players might take a sip for every accusation thrown their way, or down a shot if they're ejected into space. These rules encourage active participation and create a sense of camaraderie among players. The addition of alcohol can amplify the game's inherent tension and humor. Inhibitions loosen, accusations become more outrageous, and laughter flows more freely. The game becomes a social lubricant, facilitating conversation and bonding among friends. While drinking games can enhance the Among Us experience, it's important to approach them responsibly. Moderation is key, and players should be mindful of their limits. The focus should always remain on fun and enjoyment, ensuring a safe and positive experience for everyone involved. The rise of adult-oriented Among Us gameplay has spurred a wave of content creation tailored to this mature audience. YouTubers, streamers, and content creators have embraced this trend, producing videos and streams that cater to the specific interests of adult players. Content creators often showcase advanced strategies and psychological tactics employed by experienced players. They analyze gameplay footage, dissecting the subtle cues and manipulative techniques used to identify imposters and sway public opinion. These videos provide valuable insights for players looking to elevate their game. Adult humor features prominently in Among Us content. Creators incorporate witty commentary, dark jokes, and comedic sketches into their videos and streams. They parody the game's scenarios, exaggerating the drama and highlighting the absurdity of the situations. This humor resonates with adult viewers, adding an extra layer of entertainment to the content. The emergence of adult-oriented Among Us content has created a thriving community of players who appreciate the game's mature interpretation. These creators provide valuable resources, entertainment, and a sense of belonging for players who enjoy the strategic depth and comedic potential of Among Us. Section 7. The community's response to adult-oriented play. The Among Us community has largely embraced the emergence of adult-oriented gameplay. Players recognize that the game's core mechanics lend themselves to a more mature interpretation, and they appreciate the added layers of complexity and humor that adults bring to the table. Online forums and social media groups dedicated to adult Among Us gameplay have flourished. Players share strategies, discuss tactics, and exchange humorous anecdotes. These communities provide a space for like-minded individuals to connect and share their passion for the game. The popularity of adult-oriented Among Us. Content on platforms like YouTube and Twitch is a testament to the community's acceptance of this trend. Viewers flock to these videos and streams, eager to learn from experienced players and enjoy the comedic stylings of their favorite creators. While some might view the adult interpretation of Among Us as a departure from its family-friendly roots, the community recognizes that it's simply a natural evolution of the game. Adults are drawn to the strategic depth, the psychological warfare, and the opportunity to engage in some dark humor. This evolution has broadened the game's appeal, attracting a wider audience and ensuring its continued relevance. Section 8. Balancing fun and responsibility. As with any form of entertainment that involves adult themes, it's crucial to approach adult-oriented Among Us gameplay with a sense of responsibility. While the game provides a platform for humor, strategy, and social interaction, it's important to maintain a respectful and inclusive environment for all players. The use of adult humor should never come at the expense of others. Jokes should be lighthearted and avoid targeting individuals based on their personal characteristics. It's essential to create a space where everyone feels comfortable and respected, regardless of their background or beliefs. Similarly, the competitive nature of Among Us should be tempered with good sportsmanship. Winning is undoubtedly satisfying, but it's important to remember that the primary goal is to have fun and enjoy the company of others. Players should avoid excessive trash talk or gloating, fostering a spirit of camaraderie and friendly competition. By prioritizing respect, inclusivity, and good sportsmanship, adult players can ensure that Among Us remains a positive and enjoyable experience for everyone involved. This mindful approach will help preserve the game's appeal and foster a thriving community of players who appreciate its mature interpretation. Section 9. The Future of Among Us, a game for all ages. Despite its evolution into a popular choice for adult audiences, Among Us remains a game that can be enjoyed by players of all ages. Its core mechanics are simple enough for children to grasp, while its strategic depth and social dynamics provide ample challenge for adults. The future of Among Us lies in its ability to cater to this diverse player base. Developers can continue to introduce new features and gameplay elements that appeal to both younger and older audiences. This might include expanding the game's customization options, adding new roles and abilities, or creating dedicated game modes tailored to specific age groups. The community also plays a vital role in shaping the future of Among Us. By creating content, organizing events, and fostering a welcoming and inclusive environment, players can ensure that the game continues to thrive and evolve. The passion and creativity of the Among Us community will be instrumental in its long-term success. Among Us has proven its staying power, captivating millions of players worldwide. Its ability to adapt to different audiences while retaining its core appeal is a testament to its well-designed mechanics and engaging gameplay. As the game continues to evolve, it will undoubtedly remain a popular choice for players of all ages, providing countless hours of entertainment, social interaction, and shared laughter. Section 10. Conclusion. Among Us has transcended its initial image as a simple party game. It has evolved into a multifaceted phenomenon, embraced by players of all ages and backgrounds. While its family-friendly nature remains intact, the game has also found a home among adult audiences who appreciate its strategic depth, psychological nuances, and potential for dark humor. The emergence of adult-oriented gameplay has enriched the Among Us experience, fostering a vibrant community of players who enjoy the game's mature interpretation. Content creators have embraced this trend, producing videos and streams that cater to the specific interests of adult players, showcasing advanced strategies, dissecting psychological tactics, and injecting a healthy dose of humor into the mix. As Among Us continues to evolve, it will be fascinating to witness how the game adapts to its diverse player base. The future holds exciting possibilities, with new features, gameplay elements, and community-driven initiatives shaping the game's trajectory. One thing remains certain: Among Us will continue to captivate, entertain, and bring people together, solidifying its place as a modern classic in the world of gaming.